Hi, my name is Travis Midgley, and this is my week 5 response to the interview questions for CSE 212. And this week we talked about recursion. Recursion is when a function calls itself to solve a problem. It can be a really powerful tool because it breaks a large problem into smaller, easier pieces, but there are a couple of challenges with it. The first pitfall is forgetting the base case. The base case is what tells the function when to stop calling itself. If you don't have one, or if it's written incorrectly, the function will keep calling itself until it eventually runs out of memory, which will cause a stack overflow. One way to overcome this is to make sure that every recursion function has a clear base case and testing that first and before worrying about the recursive parts. The second pitfall is the performance. So some recursion functions end up solving the same problem over and over again, which makes them much slower than they need to be. A good example of this is calculating Fibonacci numbers using recursion. The function keeps repeating the same calculation over and over again. There are a couple of ways to improve this. One is to use uh, memoization, which stores answers that have already been calculated so they don't have to be recomputed. Another is to replace recursion with um, something different, like a loop, or using a loop, for example. In many cases, a loop will use less memory, and it'll avoid the risk of a stack overflow. So while recursion is a great tool for problems like searching trees or solving mazes or working with nested data, it's important to understand the limitations. You have to have a good base case, and then you have to choose the right approach for the problem. So you can avoid using too much memory or having an error like a stack overflow. Thank you so much. Have a great week.